What's happening, Wrestling Nation? Coach Kennelly coming to you here with another episode of Chop It Up with Coach. It is, we're in May. We got a Thursday. It's Thursday the 11th of May. I just got done picking up my kids from school. There's GQ. We got Iris in the back, too. I got my Flint Tropics jersey on, representing Jackie Moon. Just got done playing the student staff basketball game at the Bradley Tech High School. And it gave me a few thoughts on my mind. I had a lot of fun out there. So I'll give you the full story of what made me think of these couple of thoughts and opportunities throughout the game. So this is my first year I played in the students versus staff basketball game. I've been the MC in the past. I've been the referee. But for some reason, they just always never let the gym teacher play. So now I'm teaching health, and I got a chance to get in the game. The problem was, there are lots of issues, but the communication wasn't that great. So they sent out a list of the students that are allowed in. You had to meet certain criteria. You got a wristband to be a fan. You had to be, I believe, a senior to play on the staff students team. So they had a lot of interest. We were basketball city, Milwaukee, basketball school at Tech. So everybody wanted to play in the game. But they didn't have any roster set out for the teachers. So they said we'd let you get class coverage if it's possible. So I had a class that block. I went up there, I opened the door, let everybody in. I was hoping they'd send a sub, and I just went down to start shooting around the gym with the teachers team and was just seeing what would happen. So I go about 5-10 minutes, and they call, the principal starts running in, Mr. Kennelly, we need you in your classroom. Damn, busted. So they get me, bring me back up to the classroom. The class is like, oh, what's happening, coach? I thought you were playing the game. So instead of saying I was just sneaking around hoping to get in there, keeping it real like I normally do 9 out of 10 times, I was having a little fun today, and I said, I was too good. They see me in shoot around. They wanted the students to have a chance. So I said I got to come back up and teach. Woo. We're going about 5 minutes past. Another teacher comes in, and she's like, hey, they want you to play. You're allowed to get in the game. So at this point, I'm like, cool. My main thing at this time, I'm not that great at basketball. I grew up in Chicago, so I used to play every day, and I was damn good. Never, good enough to slam dunk or get anything, but I would play with like And One mixtape tour style, and I was just a good park hooper. Man, I'd have a nice J, and my athleticism was never quite enough to bring me on that next level. I'd play on teams, I'd be like a good 6-man, maybe a starter if they weren't that good. I actually tried out for my basketball team my freshman year of high school, and the wrestling coach came in and told the basketball coach he'd beat him up unless he cut me. Basketball coach knew what time it was, so he told me what happened with the wrestling coach, and I ended up wrestling then. But maybe in another life I could have been a hooper, but I'm happy with what happened. I enjoy wrestling, and it was all for the better. But with that, my hooping skills lasted throughout college. I was always the best basketball playing wrestler on the team. But a few weeks before the U.S. Open, I wanted some cardio, and just running is boring to me and things like that. So I wanted to chase a ball. So I get a ball, I get in the gym, I start putting up some shots, and my jump shot is bad. It's ugly. And it's a use it if you lose it thing. I stopped teaching gym classes, so I don't get to play basketball as much, and it just wasn't there. So I was like, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to get some rebounds, I'm going to play hard defense, I'm going to help the team get a win, I'm going to give the assist and do what it do, which was a great strategy. I wanted like a little Dennis Rodman, PJ Tucker-esque game stat line. Handle my business, went in the game, got some nice rebounds, played some good defense, dropped some nice dimes, getting some assists, lined some people up. And then when I went back to my classroom, they clowned me. Like, Coach Kennelly, you scored 0 points. There were about 2 geriatric dudes, about 50, 60, 70, somewhere in there. I threw a couple passes, and they scored some points, put some points on the board. And a lot of people did. I wasn't out there to show out like that. And like I said, I was trying to do my things, and I didn't even attempt any shots, which was fine. And, I was passing, rebounding, doing other stuff that plays in the game. I had a lot of fun. But when I went to my class and I hyped up, say I'm so good, they expected me to go out there and be like Michael Jordan. So then when they came back, they're like, oh, what was up, woo. When, I didn't have to put that thing on myself. I didn't have to blow that all up there and say that, this big bravado, talk a big game, and you go out there and you find the truth. The moral of the story is you could set expectations for yourself, and I didn't need to put them that high, but I did. And you also never know when people are watching. So whether you're working in a group or performing, it's if you get to perform in front of a crowd, that's a great thing. There was 1,000 kids that seen this game today. There's probably like 300 in the gym. The rest were watching an online feed in their classrooms if they didn't behave well enough to go, but they still got to see. So if you get to perform in front of a crowd, you got to seize that opportunity right away, and you got to go all out, because you never know who's watching. For me, I was like, I don't have to teach today. I get to go in the gym. I get to run around. I get to enjoy my day, and I get to play fun. For every other kid in my class that was at the top of the gym looking out the window, they were waiting for me to be Michael Jordan, this whole thing. And there's a lot of fans there that are looking for something. So if you get a chance to perform in front of a crowd, go all out, because you never know who's watching. It could be that one kid in the crowd that you inspire, whether you're performing in front of a crowd of 100,000 or 10 people. Just go out there and do your thing, show out and have some fun. And yeah, definitely do that a little more now too, and seize those opportunities, because they only come around so often. And some of those old dudes, they made the most. It was awesome to see. They hit their shot. The one guy got the biggest ovation in the gym, and a lot of people didn't think, people like this teacher, whatever. Iris, you look creeping in there. I see you. Flint Tropics, baby Jackie Moon. But it taught me a lot about just, you never know who's watching you, so always perform your best. Always show out for those people, and they're supporting you. And also, opportunities only come around so much, so you gotta seize them. So if you get a chance to perform in front of a crowd, do it and go all out. Or if you get, that opportunity, you gotta seize it. Because one thing I've learned before, I've seen this freestyle Greco stage a lot of kids off. If this was right, if I had a ride, I would do it. If this and that, it needed everything to line up to be perfectly right. And if you go throughout history, the people that want everything to be perfectly right normally don't end up doing shit. So if you got something, you got a dream, get out there, do it. If you fail, you can get back up and do it again. You all see me fail at the US Open. I'm still making my videos. I'm still wrestling, still coaching. Ain't a damn thing changed. If anything, the kids like me and respect me more. And I learned that from Askren and Truman. Shout out to both you guys for your transparency and leadership. And I love it. I love being around. Y'all are both killing the game. I've seen with nothing but you guys' failures propel you to go onward and upward, because you don't give up. And then they don't become failures. They become attempts. So a long-winded video just to say, if you get that chance to perform in front of a crowd, do it, go all out, because you never know who's watching. And whatever opportunity you get, seize it, because they don't come around too long. Normally when that door opens, it's open for a short time, like that window. If you don't attack in that wrestling and hit it at the right moment, it's not going to be there. So those are my thoughts. Basketball is a great sport. Wrestling and basketball is even better, Russian basketball. So I know some of you guys make fun of hoopers, call them pumpkin pushers or whatever, but hoopers are great people. I don't get all the sport to sport hate. We don't got to bash anybody to show that wrestling's the best. We know it, and they know it too. Put a group of wrestlers against a group of basketball players, we could probably hold it down decently against them in basketball. They'll win, but we could hold defense, do something, make it hard for them. And you put them on a wrestling mat with us, and it doesn't always go the same. Sometimes, but not always. So you don't need to bash another sport to big up yours. We can all go together. Let's win-win. Let's support all sports, because all sport is good, but wrestling is king. And now that you know that, it's peace and much love to you.